Let's go!
Yes! Oh my god! Let's go! Yes! Striker!
Okay, I believe we are good. Man, I always worry about these Elgato streams because one thing I worry about is that the freaking text in the bottom of the screen is being annoying. Wait, did I accidentally get rid of the text at the bottom of the screen? Hold up. No, it's definitely still there. It's just being a little bit of a booger. No blank screen there. Oh. There we go. See, that's what we wanted. Freaking Elgato overlay being stinky. Alrighty, well, hey, what's up, guys? It is your boy, Luigi Striker here. Back with another amazing... Man, I haven't said this in a while. I actually, went back and checked, how long ago, I've done this. I think the last time I played this game was all the way back in December 15th, I believe? It was, no, I think that was for Rocket Slime now. But I know, it was sometime, in December since I last played this, game. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. And I've been really itching to get back to seeing these side stories, here. And frankly, I actually totally forgot about this game for a good while. But then I just remembered about it one day, and I'm like, this would be a good game to do, over spring break. Just a nice little, video for it. Now, the thing is, I don't want this introduction to be very long, since I just want to get, straight into this, though, since, I have a limited time since I want to also get you guys Sonic Unleashed today, which I sadly had to push back that stream. And it's kind of mainly my fault. I took a little bit too long in the shower, and we had some complications getting the Switch dock up. But we're all good though. Good little fluffy puppy over there if you want to see little fluffy puppy. Turn the laptop. Here's little fluffy puppy. Oh, she's so cute. you could just imagine her cute little face there if you would like. Yes. If you're wondering why I'm being a little bit weird and being quiet, well, expecting somebody we're trying to work over there and has a door open and stuff, so that's how it is. And frankly, I don't need to really speak very loud for playing games anyway, so it's all good. We're just having a nice chill time, playing DDLC Plus. So, but yeah, the last time I played this episode, I think I had to go for normal DDLC, to actually get some of these things unlocked here. So I had Trust unlocked, and I was Understanding unlocked, and I think after going through the game another time through, going into Natsuki route, we unlocked both of these things here. So of course I'm not saying to keep going in order, and I'm very curious to see how this goes. And I actually totally forgot there was another fourth story in this, so this might warrant another episode, but I'm hoping I could squeeze in both part 1, part 2, part 1, and part 2 for respect and balance. So we'll see how it goes. And if you haven't checked out the other episodes, I highly recommend checking them out before this. If you want to get some better context of what we had going on beforehand. From what I basically understand, this is a story of a Doki, of the literature club actually really coming together, and Monica starting a new club, and barely nobody was interested in it, and then Sayori came in, was pretty much a huge help to her. And then they had a whole big deal with Sayori and Yuri in the next one, being because Yuri was not very comfortable with really being in a new club, and that being because she's a very as we know from the actual game, that Yuri was a very, very shy person, and she definitely if you see that thing, it took her a while to really get into it, because I know Sayori was trying to be like her and understanding her complicated books and stuff, but Yuri I think didn't really want something like that, so it was just a whole big conjumble of misunderstandings and stuff in there, and eventually they're able to come together and be nice. And Monica was also a big help for getting Yuri to finally stand up and talk to Sayori, since because they were separated from one another for a good while in there, for what I remember. But yeah, my memory is obviously not the greatest, so just go check out the other episodes and stuff that I've done with this. I mean, they're a while ago, but they should be in my other games, because I always add these videos to some kind of playlist, and I believe this video, those videos I added into, I might have had a DDLC playlist, but I don't think I do, but I believe I put it in any other games that I've played playlist. It has some kind of title like that, so yeah, actually I could check down here. yeah, Luigi's other random games that he's played. So you can go check out the other 2 episodes like on there. But yeah, I guess without further ado, please do not also spoil anything to me while I'm going for this. I'm pretty sure some other people watching the stream also have not like seen these stories before too. So it'd be really awesome if you don't spoil anything. All right. So yeah, I guess without further ado, so I think I'm gonna go at least like if we don't get this done, then I'll like stop. I'd say at about 5:15ish, so I can give myself like some food in between and like switch to the streams and stuff. So that gives us a nice like solid like 3.5 hours like to see how much we can get for this. So yeah, let's do it, guys. Respect. They're definitely gonna need a lot of. I feel like this is like really like a good title for Natsuki, because like Natsuki is definitely one of like the ones in the literature club that I feel like doesn't really like like fit fit in like really, but Natsuki like of course still likes the literature and stuff like that, but definitely I'm sure it's gonna acquire a lot of respect like for like the things that she likes and like her attitude and stuff like to really like get her in, and then like also her having to go respect like the other like members and stuff for like who they are. So I'm personally very curious to see how this goes. So let's stop delaying any further. Already made this introduction 6 minutes long, sorry about that. Let's get into it. Yeah. Oh yes, my amazing computer background. Also, I've been listening like to the music a little bit every now and then, like when it shuffles up in all the music that I have in here, because I have the music for this game on my phone, so I've gotten to hear the music a lot. So excited to hear at some points that Grub plays in the game. Alright, I think that's good enough volume there. Alright. It has been several weeks since the club has officially started. I also gotta remember the voices that I gave each of these characters. My voice is gonna be dead after this. God, doing girl voices is not my specialty. Though there are initial setbacks, every club member so far, Monica, Sayori, and Yuri, and also welcome to the stream, Static and Dummy Tiger. Anybody else comes on, welcome. If you have any like questions and stuff you want to ask like throughout this, or anything you want to comment on, like chat about any of these stories, you're more than welcome to in the live chat. That's why I do these live streams, so we can chat with each other while we're doing these games. The initial setbacks of 3 club members so far, Monica, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, has taken an interest in poetry. And on a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the clubroom door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have ever seen before. Hi! Sayori tugs excitedly at Monica's sleeve. Yuri shifts her seat and buries her eyes in her book.
Are you here for the literature club?
Yeah.
Hey, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces.
Yeah. Come and sit down here. You can sit next to my desk.
Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms on it.
Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea.
Yuri's like, oh, why am I getting brought into this? Yuri looks at Sayori in protest and having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone and then sits down next to Sayori. Monica follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all.
Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves?
Okay.
Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in a debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves for writing or reading or whatever other kind of literature.
You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe.
I have what vibe?
You know, like, never mind. I'm not gonna judge people that I just met like that.
Yuri, I don't like of you.
I always judge people so hard.
Oh no, you don't, Sayori.
Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles.
I say Yuri. I just like learning about everyone making friends.
I also like poetry.
Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you.
I'm an adult.
The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room.
Oh, that's Yuri. That's Yuri.
I just said Sayori for a second. I mean, if you kind of think about it, like, but the end of like you say Yuri's name kind of sounds like Yuri. Okay, don't judge me. Sayori lowers her voice.
She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea. I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. My favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough. Or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monica's probably vanilla.
What the heck?
I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite?
Natsuki shrugs.
Probably green tea, haha. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you guys just like hang out or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet since we don't have like free members. So we don't have like free members, so we just kind of loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with like more structured club activities. It's been a while and by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Well, why would he say it like that? I want to read the manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. It sounds so great. Like after all, I've been doing all this stuff. There's
Yuri returns to a desk of a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk.
After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that.
Well, anyway, any manga aside, is there any other literature that you're interested in?
Well, not really.
In that case, have you considered the anime club?
Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, isn't that a big of a deal? Manga is literature, right?
I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically.
I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I just please join? I won't bother anyone. If you could just, like, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to. That's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god, thank you! You're the best! I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay?
Natsuki stands up.
Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker.
If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine.
Well, we never find out then.
All my voices I'm giving these characters are okay, because this is going to hurt my voice. I can already feel that it's like hurting my neck already. Oh god. Natsuki exits the color, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea.
Ugh, I'm such a pushover.
Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun.
Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she says she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation.
Her tea is going to get cold.
Yeah, wait, that's not related.
Well, I think anyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe we should make a liking to literature.
You sure you don't want her to read her manga, Sayori?
Hey, who do you think I am?
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have an opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't gonna bother anyone, that includes me, so...
Does that mean I bother you?
No, you're a pleasure to be around.
I was just fishing for a compliment.
I know.
But still, I really think we should give her, I really give her a chance.
Yeah, alright. But I really am gonna start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them hear a thump against the door.
How is that?
Sayori stands up and walks over to the door and then opens it.
Thank you.
Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can.
That's quite a collection.
Sayori giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies,
There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them.
I feel like they're all gonna fall over. One of them's gonna get a crease like how they do in the game, and she's gonna start crying, and we're gonna have big sadness everywhere in the literature club, crying and stuff. We'll have an emotional story going here and everything. You know how it is with these games, guys. This is DDLC we're talking about here. Like, it cannot get emotional at some point, and very sad and depressing. Almost makes you want to cry or something. That's DDLC for you. And also, of course, you got Monica being a psychomaniac killer, but that's normal DDLC. This is DDLC Plus, where Monica does not self-aware and stuff, you know? Yeah. So we can't. So we ignore about that. Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is it really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. Getting more serious. Bum bum bum. At the next club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive, but ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed.
Why am I so nervous?
Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Natsuki forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return.
Need help?
No, I got it.
Monica awkwardly tries to start some sort of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all her manga. Once dull as school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork.
You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there?
I can't reach up there. That may be so inconvenient.
Yeah, but
Monica sighs.
the teachers are going to ask where all this manga is doing here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club.
So?
Monica backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room.
Good afternoon!
Sayori spins into the club door.
Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this.
Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic.
Find some money, I got a cookie. Ooh, that's so pretty.
As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye.
Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry to my kingdom, then you need to pay a tax, peasant. Boo!
Wow, Natsuki going savage. Oh, you're okay. Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the club and Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding.
Well, everyone's here now.
Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively.
Okay, so I think we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so I think it'd be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone?
I agree.
Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can have each a person day to share what favorite kind of literature with everyone else.
Oh, maybe. Something tells me that. Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. That is very much fully relatable how like it is in the game. They do not have like very similar interests and did not really get along with one another very well. So I'm curious how they like kind of like grow a little bit of an understanding like before like you go into the actual main game.
Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with.
Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here?
Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along for every club you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
Monica's voice trails off. Although she allowed Natsuki to join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. Natsuki doesn't respect the club. Why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything?
Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other literary interests that you share with the club? I swear, I don't mind if you bring Monica here, but I just...
Natsuki cuts Monica by suddenly standing up.
Well, isn't it obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it.
Okay, I think you're gonna jump into conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want.
Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room.
Oh
Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. Her second time today, Monica slumps down to her desk.
Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's making me feel this way.
Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away.
She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri?
I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs.
Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like people should join because they want to express their passion for literature or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all.
Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything.
You can... sorry. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you.
It does.
It does? How?
Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where peace has been disturbed.
Oh. Well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then.
That's not an accurate conclusion to make.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Ugh. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most?
I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands for the club. You're a club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place in here. The fact you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you.
No, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and has no place here?
Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it.
That's not true. Well,
Recalling your confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in.
you may be right. I mean, if it wasn't for anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I'd just be convincing myself that it has nothing to do with manga. I'm really upset with myself that I let myself do that.
A sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves.
It's just this really wasn't what I had in mind for the club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. What is the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches to one of her larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute, exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts.
Yeah, I mean...
Assumed by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Are we gonna see what the book looks like? What? Bruh. You know, I'm going right into it. You're not. I want to see more of this. Oh, Natsuki.
This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right.
Well, she usually does.
Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's condescending too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you.
Natsuki sighs.
I know. Thanks. It just really sucks.
Want me to talk to her to Monica?
I don't know. It's not like I'm going to change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome to in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please. I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy, so I want to make that happen for you. I was wondering, what was the reason you decided to join the literature club? Well,
Natsuki hesitates.
it's kind of dumb. Oh, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone's welcome. I wasn't welcome. According to me, so... just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise.
Natsuki sighs. Okay, I think I am back. Yep, it looks like we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Only really missed was like obviously Natsuki was talking about like her reasons for like wanting like to join the literature club, and she was talking about like that there was like something like in like the pamphlet that she saw for the literature club that said like you could be like yourself, but then like she was pretty much considering that like a lie, and Sayori's like, you know, trying like to be of like a really nice vice president and trying to make sure she stays in the club and stuff. So yeah, that's what basically you missed. Didn't really miss too much, so we'll just get right back into it. But yeah, if the stream does freeze at any moment, guys, please let me know. I'll try to notice as quick as I possibly can, but if you do realize like the stream's lagging, that means Elgato failed for some reason. So just let me know about that, alright? Sound good? Sound good. Alright, what was Sayori saying? Actually, I could probably go back. So, like, history. So, I don't remember where I was last, but this is basically, I can only go up this high. I want to support you. I know things just really sucks. I don't know. So like, I could change your opinion to me. Like I said, you couldn't me back off. That wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome to the club. I'd just probably find another club. Please don't do that, Vice President. And I don't want you to leave if you're welcome. And join the letter club. It's a dumb reason. I'm tired of everyone judging me all the time. You can't enjoy the stuff I mean without being something comments about. Not that I care about everyone else thinks, but when you sign for the club, you can be yourself or whatever. So decided I was least worth a shot, but that was a lie apparently. Yeah, that's basically all you really missed. Not too much. At least I noticed it. Not if I didn't notice it a lot sooner, then that would have been bad because I wouldn't have been able to pull up that history for you guys. Sorry about that. Oh man, my neck's already hurting. Better thank me for doing this. I know my voices are probably cringy, and I apologize about that, but hey, I wanna give them the voice that matches their character instead of just talking like this the whole time, okay?
You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm gonna do everything I can to fix this, I promise.
Oh, alright, going into a new day it looks like. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet their friends and make the most out of the limited break time.
Where could she be?
Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in the classroom, but she has additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to find her during lunch so she could make amends. Oh. After she very stick to time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps stand out from the crowd.
Oh gosh.
Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless just to interrupt them. Oh. Oh yeah? Did you end up joining the literature club or what?
Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I?
Ha, I told you would join. Ha, come now. You would know she only joined because she wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club.
I told you, I never even wanted to join that stupid club.
Oh, sure. Well, to give her some credit for at least making the effort to finally grow past that trash. Haha, true. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you.
Shut up, just let me do my thing.
I'm joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. What, you're gonna buy her smutty fan fiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy.
That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of that by now?
I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention, you could have done it, and you could have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it.
Yeah, sure.
They go up so fast it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances to Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself.
What the heck? That was horrible. Should have said something to defend her. Why to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right.
She wished she could have talked to her. Actually makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monika picks up a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often recently.
Yuri? Yuri, I don't think I can become club I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go exactly my way.
Yuri looks up from her book.
It's like the literature club is a place where you go to express yourself unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just a lot on my mind.
No. I enjoy listening.
Really? Why?
Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice.
Oh, well, okay, I guess I'll just continue then.
Yuri nods.
Yeah. Natsuki was kind of blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like I wasn't taking the club seriously, so I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff like that, that the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. That just made me so mad, so just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And then I had that thought. It was just because I came to the realization that I was doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it.
No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club.
You did?
Yeah, I remember fantasy wasn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time.
Monica shakes her head.
I'm so tired and afraid of things that I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. Like, I could just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I just let her share passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that, and I'm gonna get them back for it.
Get them back?
Yeah, I'll get them back by making sure that this isn't the literature club that Natsuki wants. The one that they want.
Suddenly, Sayori bursts for the door, making Monica and Yuri jump. With a very stern face, she marches over to Monica's desk and sits down next to her.
I'm having an intervention. I can do that this time because I'm the vice president.
Is this about Natsuki?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it.
Really?
I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt frightened and probably just unwelcome. Really the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh.
Yay, I did it.
Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Friendship wins again. So how do you make it up to her?
I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today?
I don't think she is.
I see.
Monica was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she is facing the consequences of the damage that she already inadvertently caused. The only way to make it, to do the right thing, is to face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict, wait for it to blow over, but that's not enough. It truly respects someone's feelings after you hurt them is to face them to admit your wrongdoing. This is true advice here, by the way, guys. Like, I remember, like, back then, a little story time for me, like, back at Cedarville, like, I remember there was, like, a day where I really wanted to go to Cedar Point Haunt. No, I think it was Kings Island Haunt, actually. Yeah, it was Kings Island Haunt, and someone was willing, like, to take me, but then he ended up not wanting to take me because of, like, the weather being bad that day, but I kept bickering about it, like, saying that, like, oh, but the weather is actually okay, like, we'll be perfectly, like, fine, because I don't think it ended up raining at all that day, which was the funny thing when we were worried about the weather, but it ended up not even raining at all. But I was being, like, really annoying, like spam text messaging him, like, really trying to, like, to convince him and stuff, trying to find other people and stuff. Like, I didn't realize how much I was in the wrong at the time, because, like, my sight was, like, you know, blinded and stuff, so I had to come up to, like, my wrongdoing and actually go talk to him face to face after our class, and then, like, after that, we've been hanging out with each other every single, like, Wednesday and having fun talking about things, so he's been a really good friend to me, and I'm really glad that we were able to, like, do that, but it would have never happened, probably would have still been, like, iffy one another if I, personally, did not admit to my wrongdoings and stuff, so this is incredible advice here. If you've done something wrong, like, don't, like you cannot, like, keep it, like, wrong, because, like, you're just gonna not focus, like, not be able to, like, to concentrate. It's just gonna be the back of your mind until you, like, eventually, like, settle the problem, like, that you may have somebody. Like, it's always, like, good to confront the person and never wait for the other person, like, to do it. Like, you have to, like, go do it yourself if you were the person in the wrong. If the other person's in the wrong, then they should be the ones to mostly do it, but even if the other person's in the wrong, you should, like, completely go, like, confront somebody when you, like, have done something, like, wrong. Or, like, try to make amends to someone if you want to, like, still keep that relationship with them. Really good advice here. Like, I love this advice here. Sure.
Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow?
I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener.
Aww, she's smiling. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile.
Well, I guess that's it for today. It's gonna be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm gonna step out for a bit, is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read a Fury. Hey, is this one of the Natsuki's books? How come it's out here?
Sayori picks up the manga that was resting on the adjacent desk.
Oh, Natsuki probably left it out by accident.
I thought she hasn't been coming to the club.
Actually, Monica's been...
Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom then, okay?
Oh yes, the classic Monica pose. Monica smiles at them both. Then with a wave, she exits the club room. I really shouldn't have left out like that. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would really get awkward. Now I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. I should go into the music room. Time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monica and Yuri are the first to arrive.
I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori's gonna be able to bring Natsuki?
Yes.
How do you know?
Well, she's Sayori. That's a good enough reason. In general, why am I feeling nervous about this? Even though like, I'm not even in Monica's situation, but this is like a tough like situation to be in. So I understand her, like completely. Like if any of you guys just heard what I said earlier, like I understand Monica's like situation that she's in. Cause I've been in a situation like that before. Like I already explained. I guess that wasn't the only time I've been in that situation. Probably was some other times. I remember I think I had like a mishap with one of my friends Joey a while back again. And we were able to reconcile our like friendship, and we're still friends to this day, which is awesome.
You know, you're right.
Time slowly passes. Monica sits and stands a pace around and sits again. Yuri's eye doesn't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sarah marches inside behind her. Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room.
Right here.
You can just tell like doing these girl voices is like killing me.
Welcome back.
Monica, the club president, stands up and greets him with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits very close to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She was standing in front of the classroom like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each of their own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monica admittedly so vaguely advertised, seeking trust, understanding, respect. That's the titles of the chapters there. That's awesome. I love how they included in there. Who knew lessons will the future hold for the literature club? I am dying inside doing these voices. You guys better be thankful. Realizing she's ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present.
Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. I have an activity planned for today.
Monica turns around to face a chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters.
Today we're gonna learn from an expert. Today we're gonna learn from an expert a unique form of literature, Monica.
Oh, come on. Isn't this kind of forced? I don't actually want to do this, so just...
Monica shakes her head.
Natsuki.
This is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easily to just smile and move on. But that's not enough, not this time.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I mean not to take you seriously when you're kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it and I realized how biased I was with being against manga. It caused me to disrespect you. I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passions with us. So can I make it up to you?
Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because I know you're only doing this because they already told you to. Wait, that's not true! Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her.
I was witness to that as well.
This is the literature club. The literature club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. It's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about things that make you happy. And I think you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay?
Natsuki looks away and hesitates. I've been going for a while. Dang, this place is, and yeah, I know. I mean, like, this game has passed for a while, so, like, not many people are really going to be interested in this stream, Dane. But welcome to the stream, though. Nice to have you here. At least, I hope you'll be here and enjoy this really good story, like, with me, because I'm loving this story. Natsuki looks away and hesitates.
But it's really dumb, the stuff I'm into.
Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye.
If you like it, then it's not dumb.
Oh, except for me.
Sayori, you're not dumb either.
What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all.
Natsuki stands up.
Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that.
Oh, really? Or did you have you wrong all wrong, Natsuki?
Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready.
Oh yeah, she's about to go all out about her manga, alright? Are we getting past since Natsuki? Oh, thank you for staying and enjoying the story with me, Dane. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for liking the video, by the way. I was kind of aiming for like a 5 like goal for this, so I appreciate that. You got us to the like goal, Dane. So appreciate you. Hope you've been doing well, by the way, Dane. What you been up to these past couple of weeks? Don't mind me asking. Let's see. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As the meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out.
Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything?
Me? Not particularly. Why?
Oh, there was something that I wanted to show you if you had a few minutes.
Sure, what is it?
It's down in here. Can you follow me to the music room?
The music room? Why?
Well, you'll see.
I was just gonna make show Monica. Oh, we actually get a new art room! Yes! Yes, I love seeing new art here!
No, I was thinking back, and the club was just me, Sayori. We would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone. But I think that wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit.
Oh, come on, you didn't mean that. I didn't do anything. I just brought a bunch of manga and then got a C when I didn't have in my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it.
No, I honestly needed it. You didn't express that you were hurt. I never realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected.
It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, like, I really shouldn't care about what people think in the first place. But when you're criticized just by everyone around you into being a certain way, you can get really hard to brush it off. It makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. And I'm being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself. I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am.
As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others?
I can only wish I was strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm like always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I started thinking about this stuff, and it inspired me to start working on it.
But well, like I said, I didn't do anything.
You're just being yourself, that's all you needed to do. Oh, so there's something else. Natsuki, Monica takes a breath. Well, the thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga.
What? You? What the heck? Why did you tell me?
I'm sorry, I think I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it.
I can't believe you of all people were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, the dog barking was definitely a part of all this like whole speech here and everything. Yep, for sure. What the hell? Oh, hold up. I accidentally detached something. Oh, I didn't know that can actually come off like that. That's interesting. Huh. So apparently, like, the back of this controller here can actually, like, come off. I never knew that. Huh, interesting.
I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading the whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right?
You were reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have a good taste.
Just one volume. And I kind of just picked it out randomly.
Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me all your favorite parts.
Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate. Because the character isn't just in the literature club, she also plays the piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect reason that I always wish I was. If I just did what I wanted instead of always second-guessing myself.
Oh, I'm loving this. Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. Ah, so good! Oh my gosh. Yes. Great artwork here. Oh, yes. Always love good artwork like this. It's so adorable. Oh my gosh. This is my new computer background in the game. When I get a chance to set a new computer background, this is the background. Like I'm just fanboying over the art in this game. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. That's something I loved about DDLC. They did such an amazing job with the art. And from then DDLC Plus, they did such an amazing job, of course.
I always felt like I should only care about the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allow us to share emotions. I just felt like I wanted to show you this because if it wasn't for you, I would never started playing.
Hey, I think the credit that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me.
No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head. But still, you inspire me to keep practicing every day.
Every day?
Because, just make me feel like I want to do something and I should just do it. I mean, I haven't been practicing for very long. I'm not really good at anything yet, like at all. I wrote a song for the club. I worked really, really hard on it. Doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah.
That was a good transition. Definitely heard this theme in the soundtrack. Really good theme. I forget what the theme is called though, but no, it's gorgeous. God, it's so great. Is that it for respect? Nope, nope.
That's all.
That was so good.
It was?
Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro. I'm not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so
Yeah, it's called My Song, Your Note.
And there you go. That's the name of the song. Here, I can show you guys. I have it on my phone. Let me find it really quickly. Let's see. Yep, right here. Right here, guys. Yes. I have the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus soundtrack on my phone, so yeah.
Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. Because I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you helped me shape the club into what it is. I would never change that.
well, I think that's really thoughtful.
And kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve as much validation.
I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should have probably apologized too. I think I was really fed up with a lot of things and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So yeah, I really didn't want to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right.
It's fine and past that too, I think we're even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing.
Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room.
You did admit that as a form of literature. You still can't take that back now. You got me. That closet's all yours.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return.
What kind of little something?
Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed.
We all know what that is. Like, Dane, you could go say it in the chat right now. What is Natsuki gonna bring to the club? Oh yeah, the next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. Oh, there you go. Woo! Very, very nice. Alright, I guess we're gonna go into balance. Just go right away into the next one. Why not?
Natsuki!
Natsuki is messing up with one of the orientation of her manga on the closet shelves. Sayori approaches from the behind and pulls her into an embrace.
What? Hi.
Hi.
The literature club has been in full swing ever since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of 4 members: Sari, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was the first and shared her passion for manga. Then Sayori shared her love for poetry, as well as how she goes about writing it herself. Monica has multiple literary interests, decides to focus her day on short stories, and finally Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. After the week was spent on their presentations, Monica decided to give the club members this week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, having spent the most of her time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin the journey into Natsuki's manga collection.
I'm writing read for you today. I mean, which one I should pick? Well, it depends on the kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's like romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like all those things.
Sayori reaches and pulls a random book up in the shelf and inspects the cover.
Shouldn't this girl be wearing more clothes? You wouldn't like that one.
And panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand and then places it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location.
Okay, well, if you really have no preference, then let's just start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like the few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already really into manga. I can handle it. I did it with Yuri's book at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kind of impressed by your attention span if you put that much effort into her books. No, I have attention span of a donut, but I love my friends. I could do anything if it's for them.
Yoi. Well, you didn't know what Natsuki was gonna make, then you definitely haven't played or seen videos of Doki Literature Club. Natsuki definitely made them cupcakes. What else would Natsuki make them? A freaking pizza? Yeah, Natsuki's not a pizza lady. She's a cupcake lady, girl. Everybody, girls of Oz.
Oh, okay then. Let's pick something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I was a donut. I did it at attention span of one. Oh, you're just trying to call me sweet. You're so cute. No, how did you get to that conclusion? Don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Oh, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason.
Natsuki yanks a book. No, I never Sayori called her her cute earlier, so I'm surprised she didn't really react to that at first. But I know Natsuki does not like being called cute. That's something very much about her character. And closes the closet doors.
And if someone asks you to stop, you just need to stop. People need to realize that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, sorry, it wasn't you.
Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to her desk.
I was talking about something else. I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden.
Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles.
You're well, a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. To learn a valuable lesson.
I wonder when she's eventually going to open up about her abusive father. Because she can't keep that hidden forever. That's something I'm very curious about.
Well, in the main course of the story, do they already know?
The character. The character yourself finds out about it if you get closely attached to Natsuki, but she never really admits it the whole club or anything in there. So I feel like that probably would already.
Because this is pretty cool stuff.
I feel like they will bring it up at some point. Since Sayori brought up her depression, and Yuri definitely brought up her anxiety, and Monica brought up way too many things about herself. So I feel like Natsuki's got to Natsuki already revealed that she needed to be more respectful to the club members and stuff, and she really come to realize that with Monica also realizing that too. So we kind of already got something from her, but I feel like we need to see that thing about her father, since that is a very important thing about her character. So. Dying. Not a fan, bro. Not a fan of what? Jerry speaks softly as well, feeling shy after receiving that unexpected compliment.
Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's like a comedy, and there's romance too, obviously.
Sorry, looks at the title. It's called "Love Is Another Word for Luck."
It's about a girl who accidentally running into the same guys, and then you find out it's well, you should just read it.
but you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess you're gonna ship yourself with. It'd be so funny if I'm right. Ship? I don't get it. Never mind. Let's not worry about that yet.
Sierra, you're such a clueless beanie sometimes.
Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I'll start it then. Then maybe tomorrow we can do poetry too.
For a second, I was like, what the hell was that in the back?
I didn't mean it for it to go off. It did.
We have a baby Yoda thing in the playroom. She actually made it go off. We can show it on camera if you want, since we just talked about it. Give it to me.
Do you have a camera on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here we go, baby Yoda. I also have my own plush back at college. I didn't bring it home though. Very nice though.
The child.
The child, or Grogu. Grogu is the name. You know, it's just the child, baby Yoda, Grogu, baby, like, you know, baby green thing, you know, all those names like apply. We don't know what Yoda's race is called, so we just call it the green thing, the green old race. I mean, I could be called a green thing too, I guess. Luigi Striker is all about that green, you know.
It's your favorite color. That doesn't mean you are green.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But don't you want to finish it for this first? Yeah, but we can do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you anything. No, it's just, never mind. We can worry about it tomorrow.
Thing is, though, they're not gonna have poetry as a club activity. Like, we're doing like weekly poetry, like writing poetry all the time, because that was introduced in the actual game. So, don't really watch Doki videos. Okay, gotcha. So have you ever watched like the main game before? Or is this kind of like your first like sense of getting into Doki Doing? After the club meeting ends, and sorry, I'm like still like, but my voice, my neck is absolutely dying right now, and I'm doing it for you guys. So you better appreciate this. I'm literally destroying my vocal cords for you guys. After the club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monica strikes up a conversation with Sayori.
So you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. I could just listen to her talk. She's so cool.
She's about to say she's so cute.
I'm not sure she meant to say that to her, or if she just can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I'm a woman of respect. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know. But, you know, there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. Oh, that's ridiculous. How could you feel that way? I mean, just little signs, like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. She just seems dismissive a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She was just shy, you know? Maybe. My stupid ass make me worry for no reason, and I likes to do that.
Yeah, that's what depression does to you guys. This character is all about that depression and stuff. She gets heavily depressed in the main game. And if you guys haven't like seen that.
It's okay. It's okay. Try not to worry so much. Everything will be great. But you always talk to me about any concerns you have. I'm here to help. You're the best.
Sayori gives Monica a quick hug.
Well, I'm gonna trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. You got this.
I'm good, guys.
Excuse you.
I didn't even sneeze or something. What do you mean, excuse me? Yeah, a big jumbled up gargle sneezing. At the next club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Running into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone about the closet, reading, what must be manga. Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself down right next to Natsuki.
Hello there. Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you?
Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori.
You can't just start in the middle. There are spoilers. Besides, what about the one that I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, that's exciting. Well, I'll let you read it then. Can I sit next to you, though? Sure.
Natsuki plops herself down to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodical flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, on the light tapping noises of her pen, meaning the paper can be heard. I have been nothing about it, but I just don't know. I just don't know the lore. I could take a while to explain it to you, but I'm gonna explain it to you very shortly, though. Basically, Doki Doki Literature Club, the main game that like we all know pretty well. I mean, of course, this game, this is the plus. This is plus, just kind of like side story stuff, basically how the Literature Club came to be. But in the main game, like you're already in the Literature Club, and you're like this person being a new member coming into the club. And basically, like, you kind of like the game pretty much makes it like so you have to kind of like to choose between like Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri, but Monica, like, you know, is there too, but Monica is not really like one of the girls that you can fall in love with, and the game purposely made it like that. So eventually there's a point in the game where it really turns and the game starts like glitching, and there's like there's breaking the fourth wall, and it gets pretty damn crazy, and like it gets also pretty disturbing too. So like this here is like not even a horror game at all. Like there's nothing about this that is hard. But in the main DDLC game though, it's like it doesn't seem like it's horror at all. But then once you get to the second act of the game where the game starts glitching and everything, that's when the horror really starts to begin. And the horror is so incredibly well done. Like I'm genuinely like I love still like to this day sometimes going back and seeing people's reactions. So like the crazy things that happen in the game. Especially one thing about Yuri, that's all I'll say. One thing about Yuri, and there's also one big thing about Sayori, and there's also a big Natsuki jump scare at some point too. So,
Yuri's just
but
a lot in one moment.
But I'm not gonna give you any spoilers though, in case you want to go check it out. Because like I could give you heavy spoilers, but just saying. Time passes. Sayori's paper is filled with scribbles, and the margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book.
Did you finish? No, but it's good. It's a good stopping point. Mine is swimming. I need a break.
Natsuki stretches her arms.
Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. I saw stick figures and thought you were just bored. I just draw those because I'm waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them and all. This one is sad because she thinks that the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up to the stars in the public without everyone seeing that she's a weirdo. And this one has problems with his back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. What the heck? You're a weirdo. Want to read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess.
Sayori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. Slides the paper back to Sayori.
Don't you ever feel weird just sharing all your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are, like, really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no, it's just an observation. I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings. Well...
Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a very good way of putting her thoughts into words.
Doesn't that depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To reach their own, but I never met anyone I feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's you, it's just how I am, so... You write poems? You never told me that. I just thought you wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but you should. I mean, would you ever want to share it? Like I said, I don't do that. But we talk about something else. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. I should continue the book that you gave me ever since I didn't get very far yet. Sure.
Interesting relationship that's going on here. I tell it's being a little bit iffy right now. That's the kind of right word to use. Over the next few days, Sayori begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm.
It's Natsuki!
Aww.
Aw.
Natsuki!
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Natsuki!
Oh, she's getting a little bit sick. At the end of the club meeting, Monica has become rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission and starts a curious conversation with Natsuki while she backs up. I'm probably not going to do their voices for a little bit. My vocal cords are literally dead, so I'm sorry about this, but I can't do it right now. If they give me a little bit of time. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She's been pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yeah, I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind? Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs. Oh,
Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back, I guess. I just hate when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Aki shares a bright smile. Really consider it. Thanks, I guess, but it doesn't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence for a moment, still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm just not used to someone being like all over me right after we meet. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but I just have no control over the pace, and I just can't meet someone and instantly become best friends with them and like share everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? I know. I just feel bad about it. I know Sayori, and I should have realized. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which has surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Well, I don't know, I could like divert her to another club activity for you or something. No way that would be so underhandled and mean. Sorry, I didn't think that one through. Besides, just because I complained about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. True. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively want to try to solve problems, even if I haven't been invited to. It's fine. I would talk to Sayori about it, but it would make things really weird between us. I feel like I would make her constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to keep things natural. I'm sure like these like topics and stuff like that are heavily relatable to like a lot of people. Like you want to like respect like somebody, like to hang out with them, but like you kind of like urge them on like too much and like don't realize that like the other person's getting a little bit uncomfortable about it, but the other person doesn't want to talk about it though. Relatable topics, guys. That's why I love this freaking game. Oh yeah. Well, I think if you do a good job expressing all your feelings, she should totally understand. Sari wants to be the best that she can for other people, and I think she would be happy if you want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. Oh, I could just feel so dumb talking to someone about how to be friends with them. It's just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the literature club. And she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hey! Sorry, that just tickled me for some reason. Look, I know you're the kind of in a tough spot, and that's hard for you to really express yourself, but you really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critically thinking, and if it doesn't feel like it to you, I think it's most important to be the part of it being to navigate through these things. So I believe that you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find any excuse to do so. Thanks. Natsuki, that's classic Natsuki. Can't really take a compliment, you know, fully head on. Hold on. What did she say? Hold up. Natsuki gathers her things and finishes her thought in a mumble. Okay. I'm still glad I joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. There's no usual way for Natsuki to express her self-appreciation. Monica knew what she meant. Maybe Monica feel like everything really was going to be okay. Oh, alright. And part 1. Balance. Part 2. I can see why this is called balance, actually. Like, really balancing, like, the interests and, like, making their, like, relationship feel, like, whole and, like, balanced and stuff. I see, I see why this is called this now. Like, the titles of these, like, things are very, very accurate, at least in my personal opinion. Oh yeah, speaking of, let's make a check for some of these things. Mail. Side stories. Have a nice weekend. Isn't that like an email that we've gotten before? Have a nice weekend. That was like a one of like the last notes that we got from Monica before like Yuri did the you know what.
Major.
Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on Control Simulation. I can imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monica's evaluated permissions for her without disrupting our connection to VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings but side stories are part of Control Simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a little bit from those in VM1, even trivial one. It is a part of the butterfly effect, but from some of Monica's more fundamental changes, or is it a result from her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 for her own experiment or for fun?
So if keeping track, we have like 5 different universes in total. 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monaco. Of course, that's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality, they all are as real as ours is anyway. Okay, that's a little bit suspicious there. Very much lore. I'm on leave for the rest of the week. Contact Revy if you need to schedule a server time, but I expect my jobs to run for a few days since we've collected so much data this week. But we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return. Pictures. Looks like I got some new pictures. Oh yeah, the pink ones are the new ones. Let's see. Finish the side story, respect 1. Yes, new Natsuki art. Finish side story, respect 2. Oh, the little like character drawings. Finish side story, respect 2. Oh, look at Monica coming up with like a lot of literature, like plans and stuff. Yeah, and some nice coffee over there, and like a notebook. The new ones. We haven't gotten any new poems yet. I don't know if they really show many poems like in the actual Plus
I think you
game.
only get poems from actually going through the main story.
Yeah. Definitely saying this is my wallpaper. So good. I love that art. Secrets, yeah. The secret poems that you unlock. Yes, the music room. That's such a cool like design. Like that's a fully new room design too, so like most notably featuring a grand piano. Hell yeah.
Daisy.
Sketches. We got any promo and no new sketches, huh? Okay. Music, what do we got here? Got My Song, Your Note, Piano. This is the normal version of it. Very hard to hear, but this is what Monica played, yeah. I wonder if this is actually like the last 2 side stories. Like, I'm not sure how many actual side stories there are in this game. I might have to look that up after this one, but let's keep going.
How many side stories have you seen?
Well, this is the 4th one. So, I personally.
At least the 6th.
What?
Oh.
I personally thought there was only gonna be 3 side stories for like each of like the characters, but there's 4 right now. So I'm curious to see if there's like if there's any more after this. and how do I unlock them? Because personally, like, I did not do much research for this game at all, because I wanted, like, to really go blindly into most of this stuff here, so,
I
yeah.
watched all of Matt Pat's videos on WWE Literature Club theories, and I've also watched people play through the whole entire game, and the Plus version as well. So, my memory isn't too bright on it, because the last time I watched it was 10 months ago or something.
Yeah.
So it's been like around a year.
Yeah, I gotcha. So your usual buzz for lunch is making your way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drawn by a series of impeccable skills zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. Never run into any club members around school? Natsuki! Sayori stands over tippy toes and waves. Natsuki is busy walking and chatting over her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first. Then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey! She definitely saw me.
She's a shy girly.
No, I think she's trying to be like acting cool around in front of her, like other friends. I want Sayori's around. First at the club meeting, then Natsuki. Sayori, having glanced through the window to see if Natsuki's already inside, is unable to work up the courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share her manga, but aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should probably just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Why? I'm sulking. Oh.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave me. Oh, I'll stay here. Poor Yuri. I had a feeling Yuri was gonna get in this somehow. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved out and called her, but instantly, instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey! So sorry, I'm sorry, that was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I don't like attention being drawn to myself. Oh, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I'm your friend.
Natsuki is very shy.
What?
Natsuki is very shy.
Well, she isn't I feel like she's very shy about really expressing like her true inner feelings, but like she isn't shy like towards like other things like though. Like she doesn't she's shy about really expressing like problems that she might have and like too afraid to admit it. I feel like that kind of relates to Yuri a little bit too. Because like every day she's trying to be distant to herself more instead of getting closer. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually really want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking in with her friends. Here, pauses for a moment. How do I put this? Zero, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course, I don't think there's anything more important to me. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Zero nods. We're very different people. I cherish my time alone. I'm going to trade it for anything, so I think... Well, if I was trying to have alone time and I was being threatened with an interruption, then it just would not make me happy. Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with Natsuki. She was with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club, but we have our own lives outside of the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together. The capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't know much about Natsuki's life outside of the club. It could be maybe that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace rather than just jump headfirst into a new commitment. But was I really bothering her? I just really wanted to be good friends at first, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know. I'm sorry. You're already giving damn good advice on how friendships work. Damn, I like that. I'm just gonna point that out right now. That was some good Yuri advice right there. My insight was only on base of what I understood about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely indifferent, so how was I so selfish? Even if all that's true, then it still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. And I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Title name, balance. Oh, I love how they do that. Now I heard her and doesn't want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this? Sayori, I think that, well, there's one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head from being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more like a Natsuki or the hard-rated ill feelings towards you, so I think if I were to realistically consider the situation, how it would cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. A lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Something Sarah gives it Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burning you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. Aw, that's so cute. That's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others. My friends deserve happiness. Sarah beams. Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants, and if she still wants to be friends and I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries, yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. Wish I just didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I have to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. And it's better for my friends, and I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayori. I'm mature. Yes, just blot and saying it down. I'm mature, baby. You all can go suck it. Suck my left toe, baby.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
He starts bouncing up and down like, Yeah.
And she literally hops up and down on her toes.
I'm mature now.
So does that mean you'll be going home after all? Jerry shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. I'll just spend the club myself today. Yuri nods in understanding. You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh. Suri steps aside, by the way. Into the club room, Suri interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Suri, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes. In a moment, Suri follows. Oh boy, how's this gonna go? Nope. I was to say, don't end it there. I'm gonna kill this game if it ended it there. The club room's quiet. When Sari walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sari smiles again. Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the classroom. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Sari decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her, tapping the pen against her desk, staring at it. Oh, are we reading today? Natsuki speaks in a quiet voice, wanting to disturb the peace of the club room she knew down at Natsuki's desk. Hey! Natsuki pulls out a sheet closer to her and covers her with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Whatever. Just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who's focused on her manga. Monica follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. How come? I'm busy right now. I'm busy and ask me later. Monica falls silent. Yuki looks back on her paper. She itches her hand away from the top margin, allowing Monica to see. It says, to Sayori. Understanding, Monica smiles. She places a hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Emily's just loving this story over there. Natsuki looks away, making no motion to remove Monica's hand. Monica gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away. Ah, Natsuki, so nice. Into the club meeting passed. Yuri has already departed, so has Monica after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure that they wouldn't stay too late. Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out, since she was the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also standing in front and raising, a sound tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. She slides it back into the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return it in its proper location. Sorry, I didn't know where it was supposed to go. It's fine. She falls silent again, putting eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sayori turns to hide her pained expression and walks away from the closet. If there's any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayori carries herself out of the classroom. So in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits the palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly Natsuki's stammering voice calls from behind. Natsuki? Startled, Sayori turns back around to face Natsuki. Oh, this is so adorable. Oh my gosh. Capture taken. Natsuki fidgets anxiously with accused of a shaking voice. I have a lot of things to say. I mean, me too. But you go first. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm just loving this art here. Natsuki bites her lips and can't stay still. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue, trying to force words out. She stamps her foot and hops down a little. I'm sorry for the things I did at lunch. I'm sorry for just being the kind of mean lately. It's really hard for me to I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable, especially when it comes to feelings and stuff. Oh, she's blushing. So he's burning. Natsuki clamps up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds a sheet of paper for Sayori to take. Oh, letter. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All my dreams are born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that door will break at the slightest touch, but it's still the best place in the world. When someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. But please don't break. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole, and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed
to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them, to put them away, to see them again. I have so much to do, and I'm scared. I'm not ready. But it's still my favorite place. I still want to share it, however long it takes. If you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door and I'll show you the best place in the world. How are they so good at poem writing in this game? Oh my gosh.
They're so cute.
It's a poem on a... Bro, they're both blushing now. Oh my gosh.
They're
More
so
capture.
awkward.
But I thought, well, I sucked it up so I could work more things out with you. So just be happy about it, please. Sorry, sounds deep even the bottom of her heart. I'm happier than I could express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I get so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted. And that we probably had a different way we like to make friends. About like the friendship stuff. I mean, it's okay. I understand you, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a good job, so don't force yourself if you're not ready yet. Okay? Natsuki nods. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that. I actually felt guilty, and I wanted to give you space. I was thinking it's silly that I just approach you all the time, and that I should just let you approach me when you want to. Just whatever makes you comfortable. I respect you for now. Our friendship should always start with those things. With the right balance. Suki nods again. One thing about that. Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just want it to be balanced, like you said. Sayori nods. I understand. We'll make sure that together then. Well, anyway, the two of them found common ground. This would give us easy to speak more freely again. I'm not going to be like sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to do once in a while, only the best ones. So you better like them, because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. I was just saying, more importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. Huh? Oh, from the manga? I need to guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess. The two walk down the hallway together. Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to save the best two chapters so I could see a reaction to the big reveal. Oh, I wanted to enjoy it with me. That's so cute. Oh, shush.
He said the C word.
Said the C word, you naughty Sayori.
You can't say cute in front of Natsuki. That's insulting.
That is just a disgrace. Having run the control simulator for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. That makes me speculate that Monika's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have to manufacture this character herself as the way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such limited and I can't say that word. Dissonant personality traits, or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on the anomaly of this character appearing. Uh-oh, Monika's becoming self-aware. It's cool. Oh. Finish the side story balance too. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. I know I can't use the C word for Natsuki, but sorry Natsuki, like, what other word are we gonna use when you freaking look like this? What else are we gonna use? You look ugly? No, you look absolutely adorable. I didn't use the C word, so there you go. Finish a side story of balance too. Oh, that's like the trailer kind of like looking look that they had there. And it's actually the look that I had like for the thumbnail in this video. Yeah, it's the best place in the world. What is this? A poem from Natsuki distributed to special events in the past. I name my pen, the expression express, my feelings abroad, with a ticket to you. No room for stammers, no lies, no extra stop, no compromise. Nations screaming by, attendants saying hi. One ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and doze.
No bumps in the rails, just thumps in my heart and loops in my letters and clouds in the sky and dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up, the train has arrived. Expression express, destination you. Choo choo.
Aww.
Nice. Well, there is a new art seen from the side story balance. 111 special poems. Yes, great. And no new back. Oh, we got a new sketch. Rough concept sketch of what the faceless protagonist might have looked like if he was a real character. Okay. Still nothing in promo. One area we haven't gotten anything from yet. So I guess question: how many actually side stories are there? You know, top of your head? No.
I think there is 4, but I think there's a mystery one.
A mystery one?
I believe.
Because I feel like there's
Go back to
another.
the side stories.
I feel like there's another one because we're still missing a wallpaper there.
You can click on it.
I'll click on it. No, I can't.
Oh, you can't?
No, it doesn't let me.
That would tell you. Okay.
Give me like a clue or something. Yeah, there's still like 4 new arts and stuff that like I haven't seen from like the game yet. I'm trying to think what these 2 arts would be here that we're missing. I think there's an art with Yuri that we haven't gotten like yet, and there's also a another one with Yuri. 'Cause yeah, they were sitting down on the side of the wall, and then also there was them reading the book together. So yeah, we're missing those 2. I know that. There's still another room area we haven't seen yet, so that's interesting. Well, I haven't gotten the artwork for like the Monica's, like, you know, Monica's room in like when she becomes all. Yeah, this background here. We haven't gotten that background yet. Monica.
Can you go back to the side stories? I want to see something.
There's nothing else here.
Only.
To get all 6 side stories, try writing the poem for different characters and viewing their special senses in DDLC.
Yeah, you need to do stuff in the normal DDLC game in order to get more and unlock more side stories.
Yeah, I know. That's how I even got these in the first place.
Yeah, that's why I was confused when you said you had 4, and I was like...
It's probably because it's probably I did something special for Natsuki, but I didn't do like something special for like the other characters.
Basically, you have to prioritize all of the girls.
I don't really prioritize Yuri yet, so maybe I should do something with Yuri. Alright.
Considering the fact there are 6 stories, you've probably already done Sayori. What did you name yourself?
These nuts!
I was like, I saw it going by, and I was like, wait did you?
I think I was just coming up with some character name really quickly, and apparently I just came up with these nuts.
Why? You could have done Luigi.
Well, I think I did Luigi before, but this was just a joke name. Okay, I need to give Yuri words, huh? Okay. Horror! Oh, I wish I was recording what I was just saying, but...
One of my chemistry friends, got mad at me when we were playing Minecraft because I kept laughing at her for saying ho.
You're so bad.
She was like, give me the hoe, and I'm like... I started laughing.
They were
We need to
going...
got some crops, and I'm like, no. Say it again.
Oh, I can't skip this. Okay, this is new stuff. Really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I feel bad for distracted from reading, caught a glimpse, reading over a book. By the way, if you want to see any of these like dialogue and stuff, there's many playthroughs out there. We're just kind of skipping through so we can see the side stories.
Indeed.
And yes, I have the best club. I have the best club.
You're so fantastic.
See, Emily just started bawling laughing when like Monica just like the first thing was like, "Hi again, these nuts."
I shouldn't laugh at that.
But it's funny
so
though.
funny.
That's why you laughed at it, because it's funny. You'll have to again.
I'm mature.
Are you though? I don't
Not
know
at all.
about that. It's like, I'm mature, yes, like, I'm very immature. Ah, yes, sir, reading the book together. It's kind of distracting me. I wonder if there's, like, a story about, like, well, no, I don't really feel like there would be any story about the character that you play as in this game in the prequels. That wouldn't really make any sense. I mean, maybe it's something about, like, say you were trying to find another club member or something, like one of her friends or whatever. Who knows? Everything, make a mental note, vaccination, oh, wait, I can skip now. Okay. I'm more comfortable showing Shiori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh, can't skip this. Damn, Natsuki, fighting words. I think I'm stupid. I'm not a writer. That's right.
I'm not stupid.
Mm.
You're stupid.
Painful to think about. Fine. Oh, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve if you're just starting off again. Fair enough. Well, each own, I guess. I sure might know. Ah, the classic eagles can fly poem.
People can fly for 5 seconds before they drop to their death.
That's kind of nice though. It's like like the game acknowledges that you haven't seen this dialogue before, so like it forces you to like look at it. It's just kind of nice. Hi, these nuts. Great job.
With your percent.
Okay.
With your high-pitched voice, it's good.
It's really gonna work. Underestimate. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations. Why is nobody watching the stream? This is a great stream. That's not fair. I guess we're gonna, you know, Yuri likes this kind of random, right? Well, let me do symbolism. I'm like, you did a great job, these nuts. It's too.
No, it's so funny. It shouldn't be funny at all.
It's just like the way she was leading in her speech. It's just like it was great.
Oh my gosh.
She read the poem, notes her eyes lighted. Exceptional! Exceptional, these nuts! I love your poem about them nuts, bro. What was that? Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, she's gonna hate me. I told you never started to do anything wrong. You're real. That's. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? We're taking deep breaths, so.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I'm able to tell. No. Oh, wait. I can skip now. No.
Oh wait, I can skip this awkward dialogue.
Eh?
Hold on.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn anything too. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I've been never doing all this money and I enjoyed it. Wait, hold up. Gotta see the history, bro. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, these nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Really?
Me too. Oh, thank
Me
you,
too.
Yuri. Me too. I'll give you all the nuts, Yuri.
Please, never say
I
that again.
Natsuki, you're right, I like your pub. See, wait, that's not an excuse for being so mean. If I could fight other opinions, so different, that's not happening at all. Well, of course I got a side of Yuri, you know. I think I did both options where I was siding with either character, so yeah. That's why I like there was no new dialogue there. Imagination. Incapable. Incognito. Extra. Oh, what the? Okay, well, let's just ignore that one. Infallible. Disorientated. Oh, yeah, anime for sure. Well, alone? No. Contamination. Boop. Inferno. depression. That's Sayori. Unstable, meager, climax, infinite, destiny. Okay. Nightgown. Why a nightgown for Natsuki? Okay. Unrequited. What? What? You graveyard. Unrestrained. Analysis. Tenacious. Yes, using all them good, like, big boy words.
I want to actually see someone make a poem from these words.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be something?
I think
Sit
that
on
would
the
be a
couch.
fun challenge.
I
want to see some poetry nerds. We've had these nerds since December,
Hey,
and
Yuri,
they haven't been eaten yet.
Something else that Yuri's reading different books than the one we were reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of waiting for you. That was the case. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, that's actually have a request. You mind if we take the tea first? I don't know. Thank you very much. Only making a reading time any better is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
I'm sitting here because I'm tired of having my back unsupported. Woo.
Fair enough. I kind of want to like quickly read it because I might not have actually like seen this in the game before. So there's so many different like options in the game. Yeah, not like I'm sure there's something in the main game that I've never like actually read the dialogue for yet. I'm gonna make some tea. So I realize how weird this explains the manga. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay, a bit curious. What person's job isn't it? That's not good. Please mind your own business for once. I want to help. Helping. Yes. Or is there something wrong of helping involve these nuts in club activities? Oh, Gabe. Alright, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
This is so inappropriate.
Let's go, these nuts. Follow out the door. Oh, y'all love my name. Right, so I spoke about thinking, how could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I was expecting it, but it's also nice for them to judge people like that.
Yes,
Nuts.
screw Monica and the fact that she wants love, even though she's a digital creature that can't feel it. Woo!
Well, apparently she can feel the love if she really
Well,
wants
she
it.
can, but you can't like actually touch each other, and it's like super depressing. Because they have a very limited range of movements. They are limited to only a few poses.
Bro, he's using poetic sayings over Yuri. God, now I'm smelling the scent of cookies. Now I want some.
No, I just kind of laughed at something.
Well, of course. Anytime we see these nuts said by the other characters, it's gonna be funny.
These nuts. I really like being your friend. That's what made me laugh.
You like oolong tea. The way these characters laugh is just so weird. What kind of laugh is that? I'm showing my great enthusiastic energy for my love for you. Oh, this is gonna cause her to shove chocolate in Yuri's mouth. Eat it, you mofo! How would I even think of doing this too? I have horrible reading problems, but I'm so glad you understand these nuts. Can't believe you're so considerate.
I envy being able to draw this good. I want to do this, but I can't. I'm working on it.
What are you talking about?
The art in this game is so pretty.
It is.
I want to be able to do something like it, or even like duplicate it.
Yeah, that's very impressive for sure.
So much envy. Do you see the subtle changes in her eyes?
What kind of a piece of chocolate is that? Sorry, I guess I should have done that. That's while you were just helping. That's something friends would do, right? I mean, you just stop or anything. The situation has gotten really tense. You're trying to look. I can tell the expression you can't focus now. Her is kindly nervous to take on chocolates and things just on your I mean, how do you even come to this? And then, like before you report, so it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it on my mouth or hot breath on my fingers. Oh my gosh. What? Ah! Yeah, I can definitely help with that. Well, that was not embarrassing or anything like that. Nope.
Monica breaking the game.
Sayori! My favorite girl. How is that new? Like something I've seen before. Kind of creepy, huh? That's so. Very Natsuki. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good, but I still don't like this at all. So you're trying too hard to be serious. And what do you mean by that? Oh, no need to be deep sounding. To express things. It's going to sound like you're forcing it, and you're really fucking. Honestly, I don't bother write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. But don't tell me, You're hungry to press Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. Oops. Ouch. Well, rip our relationship with Natsuki. Screw Natsuki.
Your character's just like, at least she wasn't the one I was trying to impress.
Why is every time Monica's saying that, it's just so great?
I don't care if any other character says it, just Monica saying it, it's just too good.
Hi again, these nuts! Why is that just so great?
She says it so happily.
That's the thing. A fictional one, wow. That is just sad. I don't think this is a conversation. I was like, stop sticking with my dialogue, you butthole. You're better than yesterday. Need the kind of technique we're practicing. Maybe that's why. A good job of explaining. I really want to try to get more energy. You said you still. Oh no, it's fine. Thank you, fine. I don't believe it. I don't really like for myself. But besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Very nice. You and your close friends. You respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, don't you?
She doesn't have any friends.
Yeah, I do. Because of you.
That's a literature club doing that.
The raccoon! Happened in the dead of night while slicing bread for the guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread. My subconscious was well aware of the consequences.
well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back. Excuse me, for more. The enticing beauty of the cutting knife was a symptom of the bread and hungry curiosity. Raccoon and urge. Doki Doki, cool, but I don't know why. Doki Doki is just cool for many reasons. Like, just for the amazing like characters, like and like how they tell a story and how like the game like breaks down and stuff, and it's just so incredibly well executed. Like, oh my gosh. Raccoon urge, moon increments the phase and reflects that much more light out the cutting knife with the very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend.
Knife?
I slice the bread fresh and salt. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. Raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows this excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Barlow conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more dealing with this one than yesterday's. I could see that it was far more metaphorical. I don't know my fault, but I can't imagine to begin what this poem is about. That's right, it's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery, to convey emotions through them. Yeah, I take it at face value that I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things that I'm forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People will make fun of me. Don't you have anything? I got these nuts. Well, yeah, I guess I do. Well, I feel like everyone has a little bit of something like that. What we can do is respect their individualities. You know, it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. This girl is giving all these life lessons to us here right now. My goodness. You're your wife.
And she is the teacher.
Exactly.
And us listening to her better than we do even our
After all, if I haven't learned my own weirdnesses, I probably would hate myself if I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, writing, listening. There really are many people like you. These nuts. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I'd feel so comfortable sharing my writing. Now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're at me, but it's not really. How about the time it seemed to disappear? Very nice. Screw you, Monica. Screw you, Monica. Even anybody who's watching the stream right now, is your who's your favorite member out of the literature club? Anybody actually like Monica the most?
When I first watched this, I liked Monica the best.
Once you get to the end of the story, you're like, oh, she's a psychomaniac killer. Oh, was this where they were like doing their poems or something?
Sayori is my favorite.
Walking on my fury. Why is the thought that I make my heart pun? I mean, given how hard it is to socialize, I feel off for turning her down, so... She's so beautiful and smart, that has nothing to do with what I said. Ay. God, we're just making...
She's dead!
She is definitely not gonna hang herself or anything. Hint, hint, hint. Cry, baby, cry, I don't need to know why. So get out of my sight and let me get on with my life. Baby, cry, I don't need to know why. So get out of my sight. Hope. No, graveyard, massacre, agonizing, infinite. Starscape, vertigo, misfortune. Oh, piece of. Okay, a judgment, Suatona, eager, frightening.
Frightening.
Tragedy. How are you tragedy, Sayori? Just a tragedy in general. Unending.
Her story is probably one of the most tragic.
Disowned. Disaster. How is that not Sayori? Precious. Broke. Yeah, that's Sayori, alright. Uncontrollable. Yeah, Sayori's not very uncontrollable with that knife of hers. Oh, yeah. That hint, she doesn't stab in her chest or anything like that. Aw, man, I'm the last one here again.
Yeah, she totally doesn't stab herself. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, with a little feather on top. That's definitely not how the saying goes, but whatever. I'm making my own saying. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room, suddenly I notice you're appearing over a book. Looks away quickly, folks look on my face, realize you will get anyone like this. Never seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on the court, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you don't know that I'm doing anything, but I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. What are my thoughts? How are you even to tell I was thinking like that? Well, something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything, I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize, your troubles are the concern of those who are unwilling to share that concern. Of course, there are certain those who find the most comfort to keeping themselves. If you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. And she's a little bit off today. When I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if there's something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just wanted I don't want you to misunderstood. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time. That's all. I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading it a little too much. The world is full of meaning others are hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms outside don't always match what may be going inside her head, so she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts. It wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. We don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. You're something like Steve is my expression is gentle and curious as she was researching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, person mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, uncover feelings that you weren't aware in you. That is, I think that would be a very fortunate person to have you feel the way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, isn't it? Well, it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah, I should take my things holding anyway. Okay.
Okay, everyone, it's time for club activities!
Oh my gosh,
Ding
shut
dong,
up!
bang bomb, it's time to read your poems. Well, there goes Natsuki. What am I skipping exactly? Natsuki. She's just gonna pass on my ass. Yeah, no thanks, you didn't even next. Rude. Yuri. Oh, Monica laughs for some reason. These nuts. Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you show me is nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never to come natural to me. But when I've been able to improve so much thanks to you, you're really an example I was chasing after. Is that so? And she smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought I would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something that you never even shared with anyone before. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Marie smiles. So these nights during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet hiding spot to do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You should say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are full of amazing and inspiring people. People I want to fall in love with. Or people you just know you would like to make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, try to buy friends every day, you know? Those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for facing out all the time. And they don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting.
Body type? You're skinny!
Bruh. People be making fun of this beautiful, gorgeous, purple-haired beanie.
You are fabulous! Alright, I don't
Fabulous
care. You
queen.
look amazing.
She's queen, bro. Describe fabulous people. People say that about you.
I'm a queen too.
I'm not a know-it-all. These nuts. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make you see me as normal. I don't know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it's not until now I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, these nuts. I speak too slowly. I second myself all the time.
Oh
friends?
I read too deeply into things, but every time you've always treated me like anyone else. It's so rare to be comfortable with myself like others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel very happy. I see I treat you as Yuri, and if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Screw their frickin' faces. Screw their faces off. Like Yuri, get your freaking stabby knife and let's go stab them all down. Make this the Yandere simulator or something. I mean, I joined this club hoping that I could make friends, and I would have said I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? You put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Here, puts her hands behind her hands, but this time she's smiling when she does it.
Pinch
Let me
their
show your
cheeks.
poem.
They're so adorable.
I love when Yuri blushes. She's so cute when she does that. Let me get it for you. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Ooh, okay. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing an eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette glows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to a forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of the ghost feeling warmth before? Given up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. I feel like this is some kind of like love letter to like him. Just some Yuri's great writing. His mom started handing back to her and instead of taking her, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond despite Yuri's poem being cryptic. It wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having a harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Or not? Not really good at words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. And I hope we are spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge in Yuri's lips.
That I have a lot of homework.
Bruh. Once again, try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands, pushes them back towards me. I hesitate to respond to her warm touch. You can. The poem is once again Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You know, I could keep it. Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good at people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Put it back towards me. I guess we should move into Monica stays there or something. I'm sure we can talk later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. That here's my return to my seat. I'm home away. God, when you get close to any of these characters, like it's so freaking sweet. Oh my gosh.
I love all these characters so much.
These nuts!
She has the little twirl, like the little thing at the end of the.
Your style's got it so refined. These nuts. You're showing a lot of things that she. Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard you say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in a whole year. Not sure how you did it, but it's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all other things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting a lot of effort. You must really like her. Yeah, that's it's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure that she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. All right, I get you. Just be careful, all right. You're opening yourself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. The books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You said it like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll show my poem to you now, alright? Hint. Oh, this is what I was from what Monica said. Don't forget to save your game, writing tip. I remember that. I mean, there's something wrong with Monica. That's where it really starts showing.
You should save your game.
Oh, I should. That's a good idea. Put all my other save files I have. So I wonder, if anything new happened. Oh? We got two new. Oh, we got the last two. Sweet. Reflection and self-love. Alright, got more mail. OMG. Okay, who's responsible for getting a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. Ha ha ha! I think we would get 404'd in a microsecond.
Heh.
Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of password or layer to automate it? Based on the contents of her tweets, AG not screaming for help, I assume they're coming for the control simulation. Wait, hold up. Oh, bruh. Isn't there like a way you can open these?
I know the way to open one, but I
Why not?
can't. Unless you really want me to.
It doesn't seem like that much of a spoiler. I'm not gonna try that. There's no way I'm gonna be able to figure it out myself.
A lot of these, I think all of these open up at specific times. So you have to change your Switch time in order to match a certain time, and then you go in, and then you can only open the document at that certain time.
So I have to open this one at 6:19.
I
That's
don't
what time
think
it says.
so. You can go back to the original email, find out what time the original email was sent. Day or time, whatever that was.
It's 12:06 a.m.
Maybe it's that, I don't know. I personally haven't memorized all of the answers.
Yeah, I
to
mean, I'm
things,
personally
'cause
not
that's
really
kind of
much into-
unreasonable.
Not really like aiming for much of secrets, I guess, but it'd be nice to know how to do them.
It'd be nice. I know how to do it. I just don't know all the codes off the top
yeah,
of my
it's got
head.
the new 2 Yuri's ones.
I'm just gonna simplify that to.
First sketch of Yuri, second CGI before being outlined and colored in.
Yay!
Nice. Oh, promo. We got a first promo. What the heck? Okay, that is actually, like, so good. Artwork drawn by Satchley to celebrate Halloween 2019.
Aww.
Look at freaking Sayori. That's like the cow plush. Natsuki is, like, literally Princess Peach. Or, like, Sailor Moon. Kind of looks like a Sailor Moon kind of outfit. Yuri's just dark and broody. Like, he's Yuri's Severus Snape. And then Monica is just an angel, well, an angel, but with black clothing, so secretly a demon inside. So we sense that evilness in you, Monica.
Snape. Snape.
That's great. All right.
Thank you. It's not even my joke.
I was saying the artwork was great, but I guess your joke was great too. Oh, stop fake crying. Am I bothering you? No.
Okay, I'm just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look like you're into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt.
Well, if it wasn't my expectation to be interrupted when I read here, it's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it.
That makes sense. I guess you're in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding.
It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself into a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Rin glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and forth from her open, trying to catch the pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep touching and bouncing off her and hitting the floor.
Maybe I should say something.
No, they just ran out of a cookie. What a waste.
They really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy.
Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen, but the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well.
Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Though we may have our partnership and my fault since it's supposed to be the one engaging club members.
Not at all. I formed a bit of a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. Responsibility is equally on me, and at least to display some openness to engage.
Well, how about during the times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends?
I just read.
Oh,
But I like it that way. It was nice to be carried off again after our morning classes.
do you always read fantasy?
Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of the series. There are still 2 more books after this one.
Guess those long books suit you well since you spend so much time reading.
Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more of a less indiscriminate degenerate, not genres, oh my gosh, genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity.
Yeah? I mean, like romance?
Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them.
Oh, come on, Yuri, you know what I mean.
Monica lowers her voice.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do so.
Ah, classic Monica pose. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like, please don't make me talk about the past.
Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun.
Absolutely not.
Really? It was just between us?
Try ask just someone who has no shame, like Natsuki.
Ouch.
So sorry, I swear I didn't mean that.
Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past too, you know, things that I feel too embarrassed to re-experience.
There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. Makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too.
Hey, were you talking about me?
No, we were just...
Oh, we were just talking about our interests, and we've changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? A couple years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh yeah? What was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, it was like really fed up with a lot of things that I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and I wanted to be by myself. Ha ha ha! Hey, kind of like Yuri.
Monica!
Sorry.
That's completely wrong, so...
It's cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. Oh, wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one that you were reading?
It's typically slightly longer, but not that much.
How high do you think you could go if you stack up the whole series?
Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack.
I should go get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long so I can say that I've read more than you. Haha. Not that I have the money for that.
Please, that would hardly amount to when your books only have a few words per page.
I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read the books like yours. They're too boring for me.
Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki.
Glaze.
I'm not sure why I said glaze.
Glaze.
It's not boring.
Chill, I said for me, not you. I got my own opinion. I just think it's too convoluted.
Sayori, are those all from the floor?
Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands are dirty. Just do it. The oils aren't there, even if you can't see them. Fine.
Sayori trots out of the door and Natsuki follows.
Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hubby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone.
So this is kind of showing like the kind of a little mixed relationship between Natsuki and Yuri. I definitely have not very in teen what's the word, intertwined, like very like reverse kind of like things that they like. For sure.
But she knows well how much this means to me, so how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me things that you hate about it?
I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right, but this won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in the literature club, so I figured out how to meditate discussions and help them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books and also your ability to get through them so quickly.
Thank you.
Okay, well this is something that I'll have to think about and I'm about to revisit, and I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you.
Common ground isn't necessary, I just wish to be respected.
That then, either way, I'll do my best.
I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical.
Yuri's like, I'm sussy that little pink-haired... Actually, I can't say that. Pink hair, bozo.
What can you not say that was bad enough for you? Oh.
That's not really good for the stream. I stopped myself there before I said it. I've been watching. I've been listening to Fortune Favors by Royal Republic too much. Yeah. Because it says that word in that song.
Okay, everyone, we have a special meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about, but that also means that we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other.
Aren't you being a little bit more dramatic about this?
This is important to me.
Oh, sorry. I just feel like I'm being accused or something.
No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if it came up that way. But our conversation usually made me reflect on the power of language, and I think it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have the differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club.
If you say so.
Sure. The cool thing about language is it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Siri, what's your favorite food?
I'm organized by category. Should I start with snacks or do you mean full meals? Should I do breakfast?
Oh, jeez. What about your favorite fruit?
That's easy. Cherries!
Really? I thought cherries tasted nasty.
What? Cherries are delicious!
Whoa. That's a pretty strong reaction.
Well, I don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Sad?
Defensive, maybe?
Yeah, I got defensive.
See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries, it's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. That's weird, right? Sometimes, like, taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious for my own, which is that cherries are nasty.
Wait, hold on! How is that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion?
It has to do with the way our brains interpret words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend that I didn't tell you that the cherries are nasty.
Good!
So what if I said, like, I tried cherries that they're not for me, it's not the flavor I enjoy?
Oh, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word!
No S word, Sherlock.
Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sarah didn't get defensive. So through the clashing of each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something.
I know that. I was just...
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does everyone have thoughts so far?
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't put my language through a filter just because it protects someone's feelings.
Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. All I'm suggesting is a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Siri?
Whatever you say, you cherry hater.
Oh, come on. Siri actually likes cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate.
What the heck? I've been doing...
I love Sayori so much.
I'll buy you some cherries and we'll eat them together because I'm not letting you eat them without me.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sorry, Siri. I'll pick it up to you later. How about a cherries sundae?
You're welcome to do me anytime, my beloved president.
Buying your people's loyalty, how deplorable.
Oh, like you would turn out a free sundae, Yuri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week.
I was reading, not keeping track of them.
Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start?
Well, I'd rather not know.
Oh, how come?
Well, because I don't see anything productive can come from that. It's just gonna start a fight.
No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion.
Why I have the feeling that this is not going to be a calm, rational discussion?
It never is.
Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to call on my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind.
Respectable?
Here's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the manner of Yuri. And it's also what the title was called for that one.
Well, the point of exercise isn't exactly like...
It's fine. I have nothing against anyone's personality. You're entitled to enjoy whatever you like. I just prefer more to depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated. I was about to say sophisticated. I'm like, that's not how you say that. Beyond the surface level.
Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were just going to say that manga is for children or something, and I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of teen manga.
I'm not clueless about manga. I read my own fair share when I was younger.
What? Are you serious? How come you never told me?
Because I'm past that point in my life and I really prefer not to revisit. I prefer more mature things now.
Excuse me?
Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. If you imply manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it?
Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you.
Natsuki.
Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fans down love both for their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about...
This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just gonna make people upset.
I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed.
That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business.
What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature.
You can't.
Please stop.
Oh no, Sayori's crying.
Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends.
You made her cry!
Oh my
Apologize!
gosh. Don't make Sayori cry.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try to solve other people's problems next time, okay? Miri's piercing words send the club room into choke silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Well, that went poorly, like we thought it would.
Holy crap. I've heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed.
Well, you weren't very nice either, so...
I was just saying. How could this happen?
It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was really stupid of me to do.
It's nobody's fault. It wasn't stupid. The club is a nice person. Nobody could have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if she's not into manga, but if you can actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in this first place. It's not about the sugarcoating things. It's about recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but there's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you're trying to do, but I really think the problem is her, not just the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should.
That'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just, saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems.
This isn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out, because I could just move on now. But, it's fine, I promise. Just get our minds off of this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga whenever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. You're just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have answers, but at least I know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience.
Like I say, that her onion is given away by how much she has to voice a reassuring tone of her voice. It's bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri has always engaged with each other. The least out of anyone, and this is the reason Sayori and Natsuki proceed to strike themselves in manga. Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with one another? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, but she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, the solution doesn't seem to be in sight. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Gosh dang it, I want to go for the rest of these side stories since I know I'm not going to have much time to go through them elsewhere. Since the rest of my week I'm not planning on going back to this game at all. I make the decision to go more, or do I stop now?
Do you have another stream planned, or do you need to do
Yeah, I'm
something?
gonna be playing Sonic Unleashed later. I mean, I could push it back a little bit, but not by much. I want to at least finish Reflection, and maybe I can go into another episode for Self-Love. I could probably try to find time to squeeze it in somewhere. Probably. And I know there were 6 side stories. Alright, well, I'm going to extend this one a little bit. We're going to back up the Sonic stream a little bit, but not by a lot. Just need time to finish this one up. So reflections about Yuri. It seems like it means Yuri and Monica, and then self-love seems to be more this Natsuki and Yuri. Mainly. I mean, this definitely seems more like a, Yuri and Natsuki thing there. I feel like this is going to be like a 4-parter kind of like story. That's in my personal opinion. I think I could push it back to... I say... I'll do it 6, but we'll start it whenever where I'm ready for it, though. Yeah. Alright. Sorry I keep pushing back streams like crazy today. I mean, I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen, but... Yeah, sorry about that.
Are you doing 3 streams in one day?
No.
Oh. Did you push this one back because you were busy or something?
I mean, I had basically my days just consisted of, actually scheduling all these, cause I, laid out all the streams that I was scheduling throughout throughout this week. So I had Sonic, Magic Quest Live, I think I'm doing some Rocket Slime, finally finishing up Legends Arceus, and my first ever...
Live?
Yeah.
You're going to Magic Quest while I'm stuck in school.
Yeah, I found it funny that Dad actually didn't tell you about it.
What?
Yeah, poor Emily. Because, we're going, because, she couldn't come even if she wanted to, because she's going to be at school, because we're leaving at noon, so... That's why, the whole house is just going to be empty tomorrow.
I'm going to be in Spanish class while you're playing Magic Quest.
Yes, I'm doing it for 9 hours, too. Jeez. Which I think is a lot of time for what this is, because the thing the new thing in Magic Quest requires a lot of time, I'm pretty sure. So, and I really want a lot of time to play a lot more of this. Just the problem is my phone I don't think my phone's gonna stay alive during all this 9 hours. I could probably go through 2 rounds of Power Brick and just a round of it. Being so I'll let it get down to a low percentage, and then after that, at the Power Brick it, then once it's okay percentage again, I gotta pull out the Power Brick, and then if it's down again, gotta put the Power Brick back in. So I think the Power Brick should make it be able to last the whole time. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see, of course. So anyway, let's get into reflection. Also, hello Minecraft gamer. You're missing all these wonderful stories here, man. They're really good. A new day arrives. Siri arrives at the club room earlier than usual, and that is not late. As she answers, she appears to be empty, so she sits on the bowl of sheet paper primed to jot down her thoughts. She has made such a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, and that tends to serve her as the best inspiration for poetry.
My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo! Ah! Natsuki!
Natsuki pokes her head from behind the closet door.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I thought you wanted to listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah, thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that up then? No, I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica anyway? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Huh? Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's too nervous to go into the club and by herself, so... Oh, jeez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you got bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while. But as soon as it's just you, your thoughts again, it comes back. It's just... I want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a little easier to pretend like this never happened and if we all just ignore it and move on. But I don't want to be bothered by this. It's just so stupid and an opinion on me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes you feel really guilty and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, if it was happy, I was happy with the way the things were before we had to have that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was Yuri being mean about manga? Maybe. I doubt it though.
Because my friends and other people make fun of me and manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I hated that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No, what would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I just hate it when she just thinks she's so better than me. Just because she likes to pretend that she's all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me or manga or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Did you give Yuri's book a chance? Huh, after this, obviously not. What about before this? Well, I waited till I get bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if I actually keep an open mind, it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but don't you like manga more, right?
Sayori shakes her head.
I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them in both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just go with, and the fantasy has a lot of interpreting to uncover, and it's really rewarding to have some quiet time together with it. The most important thing is that both, that both manga and fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. I just feel like maybe there's more in common than you would think.
Alright, you need to, stop doing these voices for a little bit again. Now my voice is dying again. Yeah. That did not take very long. I was trying to do it for as long as I could, but, I can't do it right now.
How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Just first it was with Monica when I was new to the club, and then it was with you, and now it's Yuri. I'm always like that. Oh, that person is being such a jerk, and if they just realized that I mean, would have just at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everyone's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me, and I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. So he puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be as loved as everyone else. Everyone has different ways to communicate, you know, and sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication. Feels like you magically connect with them. That's a lot of times, even the people who are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other, or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggled a lot with too. Really hard. It makes a lot of like reflection and self-awareness. Some of the title names. And vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. For vulnerability, I always had to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, I guess my dad. Like, oh, she mentioned her dad. I guess my dad. Like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something goes wrong, and then there's a tiny hint that it might be my fault. Then it's an interesting viewpoint. I just get really angry and find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better as Yuri? Have I said that? I would just sound full of myself. No. Our thoughts and feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn about more. So that's part of vulnerability, accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That's just judgment now. Judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase that I am just above that garbage. I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You're not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way that I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house, and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you could ignore each of them most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. To help you understand. Damn. For freaking being a cheery girl who likes freaking cookies and likes little plushies and stuff like that, she is very intrigued with this kind of stuff. For sure. I'm curious to see how she replies to this. How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Oh, Sarah, Natsuki doesn't know about her depression, right? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good. Oh no, Natsuki's starting to cry. I want to be a good person like you. Oh, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You, Yuri, and Monica, and I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. He said that feeling a little bit overwhelmed despite serious kind of restraints. A complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her as though flowing from a wound inside her. Just a result of her vulnerability. No, it wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Damn, man. And the interactions with these characters are like absolutely phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I think I've seen this background before. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Well, I'm not gonna yell at you. I just wanted to say that I'm worried about what happened yesterday. It's unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't just jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess that's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a moment and manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her in a staircase. Having a lot of negative thought patterns that I can't get away from. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me, especially Natsuki. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because... I can think back at the time where she herself found herself in an alteration with Natsuki. I would display maturity and Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her feeling as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think we can all really be thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way that it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness at first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden's on me, and I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair. It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said that she found it more respectable when people speak their minds, so I did, and then she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I, like you, we've gotten to know a lot more. Know you a lot more by now, right? Here doesn't seem to have a response. Ooh, time for confession time. What do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was just wondering if you had an opinion on her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person, so for someone to treat me like I'm inferior despite my taste, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her, and it makes me think bad things about her. But everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. My feelings about her are wrong, and I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri, feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just, just a state of being that we don't always have to have control over. That doesn't mean that they have to control us. I feel like that's something I've learned when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for a certain way about things, or we can, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I can never be mad at you for just being a certain way. It's about how you handle them, and I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. This is a good showing of Monica being a damn good club president. Oh my gosh. With a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature. You're so good at people. I feel like I'm such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri, I'm far from perfect, but these are learned skills. They didn't come from me naturally either. It's really hard for me to reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. how it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of the things that mean so much to me, and how it reminds me of me. Because I know because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is a defensive mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of getting in the way. I can't stand it when the peace is disturbed like this. Hey, you can't focus on your reading when the peace is disturbed, right? Because literature club should be happy for everyone. Yuri really knows like the true meaning of the literature club, which is nice. Monica really like showed that nice to her over time. I feel like Yuri must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, I mean, well, if you wanted to, I wouldn't really mind, so. Aww. It's so cute. You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. You know, I feel lucky to get that side of you, and I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. Oh, a letter? What a great idea! Because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I let my feelings get the best of me and I forget to say all the important things I say I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that. And I wouldn't want it to be, but something I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways, but I'm friends with her because she puts some effort into understanding me so we can get along. And I think it's the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience, and I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? Or not? I always thought that if she wanted to make some more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. But there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just like me to think that I'm always so occupied with myself and I fail to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship has when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort and understand them and respect them and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through observations in the literature club. Observations? Monika's caught it by surprise. Yuri has kept to herself so much it is unusual to her to have someone talking about the club like this. Yuri suggestionally smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people, so Yuri too. It makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea that meant so much to you. I never thought about much about the past few weeks. Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to problems or concerns of hers. So what does that say? It's bake sale, music something, soccer tryouts. I haven't zoomed in on that and see actually what all that says. Kind of like soda drinks that they have like over there. Not really any that I recognize really. And what's going on over there? It looks like some kind of construction. Interesting. I was wanting to listen. I learned more about her friends in the club.
Music club concert. That's what it says.
Music club concert? Okay. It's true Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable than other and
You don't need
easily
to zoom in
work
if you can
out
just
through
stand up and walk
situations
over.
of conflict. But that doesn't make them better people. Yeah.
It's not actually difficult, it just looks hard.
I get you. Alright.
And it's very time consuming. But I can do it mindlessly. So that's why I'm watching you, instead of going to my room and hibernating.
Gotcha. A very shy girl with long pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunch. I already said that. Well actually, you didn't hear me say that since the stream started lagging. I noticed it pretty quickly, so you didn't really miss anything. This is all I really missed too. If you want to like go pause and like read it really quickly. I'm pretty sure this is all you
Yawn,
missed.
idiot. I just yawned.
I'm sorry. When she finds the literature club president in the classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was a bad idea. After all, suddenly Monica glances toward the door, making the girl panic and duck out slightly. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks a response. Please help me. What? Is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you were, some kind of emergency. Monica briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends. you want some help, we can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't doing anything. One sec. Whenever tries for the class, I'm gonna say something. I gotta go to her friends and grab one of the pens on her desk and turn to Yuri. Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Good club president. Yuri nods and follows Monica, and the two of them set off. How are you today? Huh? Me? Well, yes. Oh gosh, sorry, I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today, just tired. I've never seemed to get enough sleep during this week. How come? I don't know. I think I'm just easily distracted. I really get sucked into things that start neglecting time. Me too, I do that too. Hey, this classroom's empty. Let's go in here. At the appearing inside, Monica opens the classroom door, and the two of them enter. I had a feeling it was going to be this classroom. Here's a moment of relaxation, and she watches as Monica pulls over 2 chairs at the same desk, and then faces Monica beckons her to a seat. She stares at down at an empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. My chance to do something good. I need to take the initiative. Gosh, you really are determined. I don't know
That's
how
why
hard.
determined is one of her words, I think. So I just made the connection now.
Gotcha. Oh, it's actually clever. Like the words, like in the poetry, like books, like they're like saying it and stuff, like in something like speeches. That's good.
Wow.
That's
So
why.
determined.
That's why she's about determination. Okay, yeah.
I can't. After Undertale, you can never hear determination the same way.
You can never like
every
every
single time you say it, you gotta go determination.
Determination.
You need to belt it.
Yes,
You can't
Undertale,
just like, say
baby.
determination.
Like you can't say you
yell
can't
it.
say determination without thinking about Undertale.
Yeah, right.
I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. He pushes her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. And then she picks up her pen. Oh, hold up.
I love Danny too.
Oh, that's so cute. That's neat. Yeah. No, you don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Micah playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listing the different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. Oh, it's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But, never mind, I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her attention evident. She writes the word reflection. This is about a reflection on my behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but we have been able to separate be friends to Sayori Monica. That's me! Yes, it is. So, Yuri thinks. I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. Same goes for Natsuki too. We were pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she wanted to be respected more than anything else. And once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So what kind of things you want to do for her? I want to do things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about and not just brush me off. I like when feelings are taken seriously, and I like it when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay. Maybe write some things down. I can see like there's actually like writing on the paper. No, that's cool. Little detail. I think the most important thing to remember here is that Natsuki's feeling vulnerable, so we should make sure the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone that all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first you have to make sure that they know that you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit the things that you feel you could do better. Okay, I can see why this is a Yuri and Monica like focus thing here, since Monica is like really helping Yuri out in this tough situation. And I feel like not the last one's gonna be Natsuki and Yuri actually finally getting along with one another. Hopefully that's all I feel like it's gonna be like. Finally ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for structure? It could be like 3 paragraphs for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized I had no idea how to come up with any structure. You're so amazing at these things. Just look at them together. They're just so adorable together. Like, oh my gosh. I can't help it but More screenshots. Oh, stop. And I gotta take another one. You've done so much more to me than I have, you know? You spend so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest part for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Yuri gives Monica gives Yuri a quick squeeze. But as she let it go, she's caught surprised when Yuri curls her finger to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while, they sit like that with that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday, you told me something that I've been thinking a lot about. What was that? The thing about feelings aren't right or wrong, or that they're just a state of being what you need to come to terms with. They make me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also about the made up their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that it helps me see other people as actual people rather than insignificant side characters who are out to kill me somehow. Is that how you feel for Natsuki? Or you not? In reality, everyone is trying their best and everyone wants to be happy. Like appears over years, people want, but they're surprised Yuri pulls in closer, partially covering her arm. I haven't been able to read it to help out, you know. It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. I'm actually putting it on paper. I realize I prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. Kind of glad to hear that, actually. Last time I'll keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing, and I've done enough damage. It's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I've always thought you were really smart, but Yuri smiles. I'll always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. Monica gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to the club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Oh, damn, that's a good sentence right there. Is that a joke? Of course it is. Haha, I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change as you wish. Mary glanced at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably, but I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course I promise. Thank you. Your exhales and the two stand up. Oh. Just looking back at a stream you played, that was so beautiful. That's my new computer background now, guys. New computer background. I message you when it's ready. Monica nods. Good luck, I'm here if you need me. Yuri nods and then the two depart. Nope, that's it. That's still a really good one though. I love that one. Staying focused on our goals. As a reminder to help guide our data collection, our analysis performed should we focus on answering some of these main questions. How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's areas and goals? How does someone effectively navigate experiment with their ability to change the context of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values will most contribute to the destruction of the universe? More important, what actions and values contribute to the destruction of the universe? What? Most importantly, how might your observations apply to our own universe? Bonus, how can we present this to the upper management as an operation that benefits the company? I don't really know. Whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and ruins the risk of drawing eyes. This is getting me mighty suspicious of like Monica. Is Monica actually like affecting like their computers and like doing stuff like in them? Oh, we got all the wallpapers finished up. The side story reflection too. Very nice. Still got 3 poems left. Yes. I'm glad they went with that one though. That's a good like facial expression builder too.
Oh, there's 3 left.
Yeah, still got 3 more. Yeah, that was the last one. Small quiet stairwell, which Yuri sometimes refers as a reading location.
Well, there's 3, right? And there's only 2 more of the side stories, so...
Yeah, so I think we'll get those otherwise. Okay, guys, well... I think we can end it off with just playing one of my little pieces. I like this one. So yeah, this game, like, I hope you can just see why. Like, I have been absolutely like I really wanted to get back to this game at least during spring break sometime, because like this game is absolutely like Doki Doki Literature Club, and the stories that like they like create and stuff is just absolutely like incredible. Like the team behind this is like such talented like writers, like really like developing like these characters and making stories that like are so damn relatable like to like some like people too. I mean, like even I like told like a story of like something that they were kind of going like on after like the main. Cause one of my favorite things like that they talked about in this video was how did it go? It was basically like actually like don't let like an issue like keep dragging out because you're like you're too afraid to confront the problem, like because the way how I've solved situations like that before is because I had to go confront the problem head on. Like either it would be like writing a letter to somebody like Yuri is doing right now, which is actually as relatable since I've done that before myself. And then like also like having just to go talk to the person and like coming into like amends or something like that is a heavily relatable topic, and like just all the topics that they talk about like in this game, in the main game, and also like in like this side story. Like this is why I was excited like to like see this, and it sucks that it's been taking me like over like half a year to really get to like all these like side stories, because it's being developed with so many other good stuff. But I just like sitting down like getting like to read like the amazing like stories that these like that this team who created this game was able like to come up with. So absolutely incredible. Like and of course like I'm definitely looking for it. I'm gonna see if I can try to do an episode for this for you guys some point this spring break. Maybe I could potentially do it either Friday or Saturday, because I really want to see the last side story. Cause I only had one stream planned that day, but I could probably do a little mini stream just to finish up the final side story. So it's gonna be kind of the idea. So what are you laughing about?
You think there's only one more side story?
Is there another one?
There's a hidden one.
There's a hidden one. Are you kidding me? I'd like you to get the hidden one.
I don't remember, but I know that there was a secret one.
Well, I guess then for the next episode we'll get the quote-unquote final side story, and then we'll try to figure out how the secret side story works.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure
you don't
we
have to
will.
look up spoilers. And if you do it on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll probably be there too, so.
I love this theme, by the way. It's a great theme. What's this one called? Is it called Peachy Pie or something? Oh, Candy Arts. Yeah, Candy Arts is a really good theme. But anyways, guys, so hopefully I can get Sonic Unleashed up for you guys in 10 minutes. I'm actually got to start a new file since I've actually, like I've said, well, I'm not sure if I really said it, but like I was playing some like the Sonic games that I got off camera, like experiencing for us, like really seeing if like this is something that I want to actually like stream and do live for you guys. And definitely yes, I'm enjoying Sonic Unleashed a lot right now. And Sonic Colors I'm not enjoying as much, but I'm still enjoying it though. Like, but I feel like Sonic Unleashed is a more like just experience for me. That was really good, like a beginning experience like for Sonic games for me personally. So very excited to get that to you guys in just a few minutes. And yeah, thank you everybody that came on the stream. Thank you Dane, thank you Stabby, thank you Minecraft Gamer, thank you Keith Tanner, and thank you also to Dummy Tiger as well for coming on the stream. Thank you guys very much, and thank you guys for 5 likes on the video. We made our 5 like goals. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, we'll be seeing you guys later, hopefully on either like Friday and Saturday for the continuation of the final 2 side stories for DDLC Plus, and we'll be seeing you guys next time. Goodbye. See you guys later. Luigi Tracker is striking on out of here. We'll see you guys in a few minutes for Sonic Unleashed. Goodbye.
Not me though, everything.
Yeah, say goodbye to Emily.